to heaven. Say you're not a slave to your will that I know I'll never get it. I know I'll never get it. Narcissistic, antisocial, all these things I say make me loco. Masochistic, suicidal, all these things make me homicidal. Narcissistic, antisocial, all these things I say make me loco. Masochistic, suicidal, all these things make me homicidal. I don't give a fuck what you think about it. I just as well kill you today. No more apologies, it's all I can take. No more regret for the choices that I make. You say you love me, you hate me, I don't give a fuck today. Isolate from everyone. People of hypocrisy, again I come undone. Get away from me, get away from me. Paranoia, out to get me. Won't forget the ones who betrayed me. Something for you, domination. I welcome you to my determination. Paranoia, out to get me. Won't forget the ones who betrayed me. There's something for you, domination. Welcome you to my determination. I don't give a fuck what you think about it. I just as well kill you today. No more apologies, it's all I can take. No more regret for the choices that I make. You say you love me, you hate me, I don't give a fuck today. No more apologies, it's all I can take. No more regret for the choices that I make. You say you love me, you hate me, I don't give a fuck today. Gone today, the weight of the world. They say my pain is over as long as I stay sober. I just as well kill you today. No more apologies.
Welcome in, everybody, to the Booty Scoot Racing channel, live here from the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Sorry for the brief delay right there for the Madness Racing League total non-stop action Truck Series Season 2, race number 10, and it is championship race time. It has all come down to this right here. Apologize for that right there. Around this 1.52 mile length oval in Charlotte, North Carolina. We'll cut down the music just a tad bit here. We're locked and loaded, 150 laps here tonight on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. And these guys have already rounded out the qualifying session, and the grid is set, locked, and ready to go. You see Freddie the Flagman throwing up the checker flag in the air. Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you guys tuning in here tonight for the Madness Racing League Cup Series Season 2, race number 9. We'll get all this ready to go. This is the Truck Series, and as we're waiting, we'll let you guys crank up the DJ. We're getting ready to go racing here on the Madness Racing League, and here goes the final 4 playoff drivers' scores as they currently come into tonight's event. The final 4 points will reset to 0. These were the final 4 guys to make it in. Ladies and gentlemen, we are glad you chose tonight to do it with us. Looks like we're getting ready to go racing here as it switched on over, and looks like the points before is now gone, so we apologize for that. We're doing a lot of talking and going like we were about to do something, and we didn't do it. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll continue to fill out these overlays as we wait on the field to load in here at the Madness Racing League. Appreciate you guys tuning in here and making with the Season 2 a hellacious season, way better than Season 1. We've had 2 great Truck Series seasons now that I begin to think about it. And ladies and gentlemen, looks like everybody's getting ready to round out on the field here tonight, and looks like 150 laps is scheduled in the books. Here will be the starting grid. Your first 12 rows tonight on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. I mean, your first 6 rows, first 12 drivers. Getting ready to tackle on the championship race here tonight for Season 2 on the Madness Racing League Booty Scoot Racing channel. Now that you got a great glimpse of who's all going to be in the field tonight, now it's getting ready time to meet your favorite driver. Ladies and gentlemen, on the pole tonight from Welford, South Carolina, needing these extra 5 bonus points, running for the championship here tonight, as he has a gold banner above his race car. That's the number 02 of Nicholas Maynard. On the outside of him will be the number 9 Unit First Chevy Silverado from Coleman, Alabama, the part-timer Ty Robertson. Starting in the 3rd place spot here tonight on the 2nd row, driving the number 8 Flow Racing Chevy Silverado. That's Corey Tessner. Driving the number 24 Valvoline Chevy Silverado from Greenville, South Carolina. That's James Fountain. Starting in the 5th place spot here tonight on the 3rd row from Mooresville, North Carolina. That's the Toyota Tundra TRD Pro of Holden Wheeler. On the outside of him will be the number 4 Budweiser Chevy Silverado from Hawthorne, New Jersey of Kevin Takos. And on the inside of him will be the number 5 STI Johnson Chevy Silverado from Greer, South Carolina. That's the Series Season 1 defending champion of Chase Johnson. On the outside of him, driving the number 23 Gorilla Mine Ford F-150 from Greer, South Carolina. That's your mom's favorite driver, the Boogeyman, John Michael Bryant. Starting behind him, driving the number 33 Home Run Cafe Chevy Silverado from Greer, South Carolina. That's Tony Cook. Catching up here in the front of the field from Pelzer, South Carolina, driving the number 7 Saline Ford F-150. Ready to shake, rattle, and roll. That's Travo Wall. And rounding out shotgun tail end of the field here tonight, driving the number 99 CloseoutBats.com. You see he's one of the Madness Racing League Final 4 contestants as well. Looks like he's going to try to start from the back here and get the hard charger award. That's the number 99 of Jerry Powers. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what you came for. We're getting ready to go racing here in Charlotte, North Carolina. We'll bring up tonight's keys of the races. The green flag is getting ready to drop. Looks like the caution lights will go off on top of the base car this time around. We're getting ready to set for 3 sets of tires for each and every single one of the participants here tonight. 0 fast repairs, 150 laps scheduled around this beautiful racetrack, and it'll be from day to night. So expect the sun to go behind the mountains here soon in the North Carolina sky, and the lights to shine bright down here on the racetrack. Whose trucks are going to handle the best through the change of the weather? And that's going to be some of your keys of the race. You're going to have to manage those Goodyear tires, find your line and run it. Tricky pit road when you're coming down on those old Goodyear tires. And finally, last but not least, you're going to have to manage the lap traffic here tonight. If we could get some green flag pit cycles underneath our belt, we're roaring down the back straightaway, headed toward you here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway for the Madness Racing League Season 2 Truck Series Championship race. 4 drivers have made their way out here tonight for a chance to call themselves a champion. That'll be the number 02 of Nicholas Maynard, the row right behind him, the number 24 of James Fountain. You won't have to go farther back here, right here, to number 5 of Chase Johnson. He'll be competing for the championship here tonight, as well as the number 99 of Jerry Powers. Right now, it's going to be all in the hands of Nicholas Maynard. He's on the pole here tonight, and he'll add the plus 5 points to his total score here to kick off the championship race. So Nicholas Maynard already out with the advantage. Looks like we'll take one more lap around the beautiful racetrack here in North Carolina. That'll give us one more time to show you our starting grid. Excuse me, if you are now just tuning in here for the first time ever on the Booty Scoot Racing channel, this is how we get down. But this time, 150 laps for the championship race. We raced 120 for Season 1 at the Homestead Miami Speedway. So things looking different here for Season 2. If you have not already, went over to the YouTube page and checked out our Season 2 last playoff race, where a hell of a good one there at the Michigan International Raceway. Now that I think about it, that's back-to-back poles for the number 02 of Nicholas Maynard. He'll sit on the pole at Michigan, got him locked into the playoffs on them bonus points. We look to do the same here tonight for the championship. The lights are off on top of the base car, and they're already beginning to cut the lights on here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway, indicating to us that the lights will be on, and we are getting ready to be fully racing here at Charlotte, the home of America's racing Ladies and gentlemen, Peter the race car roll a little bit of cold to the camera down the back straightaway heading into turn 3. We're getting ready to go racing here. The kid will be on the inside. On the outside will be Ty Robertson. What a beautiful shot here at America's Home for Racing. Getting ready to go racing and crown finally our Season 2 champion. It's going to be all in the hands of Freddie the Flagman. I want to thank everybody for tuning in and making the Madness Racing League what it has been, as well as the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Make sure you DM us here on the Madness Racing League, Booty Scoot Racing channel. We'll get your favorite t-shirt. Right now, we're waiting on Freddie the Flagman to throw the green flag in the air for the Season 2 championship race live here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Ribbon up through the gears, the kid door to door here with Ty Robertson as they bound and climb the banking into turns 1 and 2. Ribbing it through the gears off turn 2. Looks like the kid got the advantage over the back straightaway over this 9 of Ty Robertson, but he'll look to move to the outside. Ribbon and roared as they go into the banking of turn 3 and 4. Door to door, 3, 4, 5 rows back. Corey Tessner will make a move to the top side of the racetrack, jump in front of the number 9 of Ty Robertson. And we're up and moving here in Charlotte. Your favorite driver could have a chance to lock himself into the playoff championship, whatever the hell you want to call it. Write their name in the history books. Nicholas Maynard will take the lead down the back straightaway over Corey Riptide Tessner. Nicholas Maynard, one of the championship Ford contenders here tonight. Every lap led is 1 point added to your total score. And Nicholas Maynard is going to want to have to jump out here and hop in the front of the pack and lead as many laps as possible. Right now, he's got a ripping Corey Tessner right behind him as they climb the banking here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway into turns 1 and 2. Back here in the back of the pack, about 5th, 6th place here is going to be a battle between the 11 Castrol Ford Toyota Tundra down on the bottom side, battling door to door with Kevin Tankos. James Fountain's got a little bit of company back here as he's moved up to the 3rd place spot. That'll be your next championship Ford contender. Looks like the sun is behind the camera here. We'll start eliminating the racetrack here with our wheel and lights here tonight on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. The battle for the race lead is on up here. Nicholas Maynard down on the bottom side of Corey Riptide Tessner. He'll bring it up through turns 1 and 2. We got a battle back here through turns 1 and 2. Climbing the banking off the exit of turn 2 down the back straightaway. It'll be a drag race between Corey Riptide Tessner and Nicholas Maynard, the kid on the bottom side of the racetrack. Corey Tessner trying to spoil the party right now for his Chase Johnson Racing teammates. If Nicholas Maynard can hold on to the race lead there, keep adding these points to his total score. But it looks like Tessner might get the advantage. No, give it to Maynard. Across the line, no, back to Tessner. When the scoring line comes through, you're riding on board with Corey Riptide Tessner as he paints the top side of the racetrack through turns 1 and 2. We're 5 laps into tonight's Season 2 championship race. Corey Tessner's not even competing for it, and he's already causing mayhem up here for the race leader of Nicholas Maynard. If Corey Tessner can get around the race lead, get out here and hold on to it, that would stop the bleeding. Back here to the number 24 of James Fountain, driving this number 24 Valvoline Chevy Silverado. James Fountain needs to get out to the race lead and get already at least 5 laps led as Nicholas Maynard took the pole here tonight. He'll take to the top side of the racetrack. That'll make Corey Tessner the race lead off turn 2. Battles all over the racetrack right now. Everybody looking to get single file. We're 6 laps into the Season 2 championship race here tonight, and I'm not even going to begin to look around and figure out who's going to do what, when, where, and why, especially how. That's going to be the main topic here tonight. It's best we can keep it green underneath these green flag conditions. Ladies and gentlemen, I was talking to a couple of these drivers before the night started down in the garage area. Guys like Kevin Tankos and Ty Robertson already out of the playoff championship here, but they have a chance to go to victory lane and spoil the party. And if that's what you want to do, you're going to have to try to make things shake quick and early. 7 laps are complete. Climbing the banking through 3 and 4. Tankos on the outside of Ty Robertson. He'll complete the pass off 4. So 46 laps are in the tank for majority of these drivers and their race cars, depending how hard you try to run around this Charlotte Motor Speedway. Kevin Tankos has the fastest posted lap on the racetrack that last time around. As Ty Robertson moves into the back half of the number 4 machine, he's starting to lose touch, about a 2-3 car length lead into turns 3 and 4 for the number 4 Chevy Silverado. Corey Tessner holding on to the race lead out of the turn making. Out of turn 4, Nicholas Maynard looks like he's sagged off just a tiny bit. Is the kid trying to save a little bit of something here and run down the number 8 of Corey Riptide Tessner on the long run. Nicholas Maynard competing for the championship. James Fountain right behind him. That'll be your first front 2 championship 4 contending guys. They got the fallback here. Chase Johnson and Jerry Powers running nose to tail, but Jerry Powers has about a 6-car length gap lead. Behind, Chase Johnson will have the lead over Jerry Powers here. That'll be your next 2-4 championship contenders and how they run out right now on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. 10 laps are complete here in the Season 2 championship race. And Corey Tesner has the race lead down into the bankings of turns 1 and 2, followed by Maynard, Fountain, Tanko, Robertson, and Wheeler. That'll be the top 6 as they'll battle door to door off the exit of turn 2. Chase Johnson will have no choice but to pull and fill in the back half of the number 11 Castrol Toyota Tundra TRD Pro. So right now, Nicholas Maynard, the only blue oval, spoiling for the Chevys, being the top 4 or 5 spots here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. You're watching the Season 2 championship race live here from Charlotte Motor Speedway, America's home for racing. We'll get you down on the racetrack for the Night Madness Racing League's first Fast and Loud. Welcome back here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. We appreciate you guys sticking around for the Madness Racing League's first Fast and Loud here tonight for the Season 2 championship race. Live here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. You see the battle for the race lead out the front bumper of the number 4 of Kevin Tanko as he rips the boards here through 3 and 4. Nicholas Maynard and Corey Tesner back out front here. The battle for the race lead is opening it up. Corey Tesner may have burned the rubber off those Goodyear tires. The kid will try the inside of the number 8 Flow Racing Chevy Silverado. They'll battle door to door off the exit of turns 1 and 2. Heading down the back straightaway, James Fountain, the second championship 4 contesting guy, looking to get around these two guys and get up to the front of the pack and lead some lap. And Nicholas Maynard will drive really deep down into turns 3 and 4 and try to get around Corey Tesner. Corey Tesner dancing on the top side of the racetrack, but he's able to hold on to his truck this time. Riding on board with Corey Riptide Tesner. Seeing his hands, we'll see how he plays it here as he rides the right rear quarter panel of the Maynard Motors 02. Corey Tesner big time off the gas. You see him paddling his hands right there off the exit of turns 1 and 2. Corey Tesner gets loose, dangles up the racetrack. Big time call, big time loose through the exit of turn 2. Down the back straightaway, climb out of the banking through 3 and 4. Corey Tesner bobbles one more time up the racetrack. Here comes Kevin Tanko. He'll look to split them 3 wide across the middle. Contact's made. Corey Tesner goes around. Hard shot into the outside wall for Holden Wheeler. Caution flag is out here for Holden Wheeler, and his number 11 machine, Corey Tesner, gets loose and dances around the exit of turns 3 and 4. Looks like he may have been the initiating start of this. We'll back that ass up here for our first caution flag here tonight for the championship race for Season 2 for the Madness Racing League Total Non-Stop Action Truck Series. And that's what it's been so far up to this point. We're right on board with Kevin Tankos as he's the one that looked like he tried to split it 3 wide up the middle. We'll back that ass up here and take a look, see if we can't get a great shot. Riding on board with the Budweiser machine, Kevin Tankos, the 21-year-old from Hawthorne, New Jersey. It's going to be a slick one right here. Three wide just comes together. Holden Wheeler maybe didn't know they were already 3 wide on the out. Kevin Tankos was 3 wide up the middle. He came up there to close the hole possibly. We'll back that ass up and see if we can't ride on board with Holden Wheeler. Holden Wheeler was having a strong run there battling Corey Tesner. They went at it last night in the Next Gen Cup Series race will ride out the front nose of Holden Wheeler. Don't like that shot right there, so we'll ride on board with Holden and take a look and see what happens. See Corey Tesner get loose up the racetrack there. Holden Wheeler sees his chance to plug the hole and just sandwiches Kevin Tate, goes 3 wide up the middle, and contact's made to the number 11. He's hard into the outside wall. So Kevin Tate goes to get a little bit of that action, as well as Corey Riptide Tesner. We back that ass up for all 3 drivers. We'll head to the commercial break now. Looks like the kid of Nicholas Maynard was able to skate away. He'll head down the back straightaway, catch Peter the Bates car. We'll be back in no time. Don't go nowhere. Welcome back here on the Video Scooter Racing channel. Things are starting to get wicked. We're underneath the caution flag for the first time here tonight as cleanup continues to work out the exit of turn 4 for the number 11 of Holden Wheeler. And back there in that Castrol white and green red machine passing by you. Everybody's behind Peter the Bates car here, single file. We're getting ready to bring it on down to down on to pit lane, excuse me. I'm already thinking ahead of time here. My apologies. We'll bring it down on the pit road, presented to you by the Home Run Cafe in Greer, South Carolina. We'll see how many takers we get this time. Nicholas Maynard will stay out on the racetrack, but James Fountain looks like he'll bring the rest of the field. Travo Wall will stay out as well. So half the field the whole field brings it down on the pit road here. We'll have to figure out who does what, when, where, and why. So different strategies varying out through the field right here. The admin said he could go anywhere between 43 to 46 laps in gas, really depending on how hard you ran it. Everybody's going to pull into their box. This is James Fountain, one of the championship 4 contenders. He'll pull in his bottle to the only Sunoco Racing fuel for the number 24 Valvoline Chase Johnson Racing entry machine. We'll see what happens back here. Looks like Ty Robertson taking 4 fresh Goodyear tires here quick and early. What's going on with the number 9 machine? Running part-time, John Michael Bryant, the boogeyman, on and off of pit road. Corey Tesner trying to get a little bit of damage fixed, as well as Holden Wheeler's Kevin Tankos. These 3 ducks in a row involved in the caution here underneath at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Jerry Powers barely able to nip through that one right there. Kevin Tankos will work, and they'll try to get some 500-mile-an-hour duct tape on that race car. The kid of Nicholas Maynard, as well as Travo Wall. Couple of former Rock and Roll teammates, excuse me. Stay out here looking to make something shake on the long run. Only 19 laps into tonight's event. 3 sets of tires on the pit road. See how things shake out here, ladies and gentlemen. We're glad you chose us for your Thursday night to kick it and shake it and wicked and dick it, whatever the hell you want to call it. Seeing a ton of you guys out in the fan zone. Some of you were out there grilling, and oh my Lord, let me tell you something. Salt and pepper is not seasoned, and you got to get better with some of the food that I was trying from you fans down there in the infield. Here has been the whole schedule for the Madness Racing League Total Nonstop Action Truck Series Season 2. We went from Daytona to Chicago, Richmond, Atlanta, North Wilkesboro, all the way out to Kentucky. Kicked off our playoffs at Iowa, and we're here tonight at Charlotte looking to crown the final for the champion. We'll see who gets what, when, where, and why. You're going to have to earn it here tonight. Only 2 ways to win the championship here in the Madness Racing League, just like NASCAR. Win the race or outscore your opponents. There's 4 guys racing for the championship here tonight. One of those guys happens to be the race leader, the 02 of Nicholas Maynard. And the row right behind him will be the number 24, James Fountain, also running for his championship here tonight for the Truck Series for the Madness Racing League. So how will James Fountain decide to race Nicholas Maynard here, knowing he needs to get out front and lead some laps? Chase Johnson driving this number 5 STI Johnson white and orange machine. Sitting back here in the 6th place spot. Didn't like how the truck felt right there on the opening run. He'll go down pit road, top off of Sunoco Racing Fuel, and he'll also have a adjustment made to the back end of that number 5 machine. Jerry Powers catches the back half of the field here in this number 99 closeout bats. He'll be our 4th and final contestant here running for the championship here tonight. He's been probably one of the better drivers we've had all year long, being consistent. The kid of Nicholas Maynard will have it in his hands this time through the Geico restart zone. And Peter the Base Car will pull off up to pit road. On the outside of him will be Trevor Wallen. It's number 7 Ford F-150. So 2 South Carolina drivers round out the front half of the field. Trevor Wall still winless here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel, looking to change that here tonight. Green flags back in the air for the Season 2 championship race. And the kid of Nicholas Maynard gets a great jump. Trevor Wall looks like he may have missed the shift there. Up and going down on the back front stretch, into turn 1. They'll climb the banking, ripping through the gears, off the exit of turn 1, into turn 2. Heading down the back straightaway, the kid has the race lead. Somebody, anybody, anyone, please make a move. The kid will move to the top side of the racetrack and shut off the air to the number 24 of James Fountain as they all work across the line. We're back racing here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. 22 laps are complete out of the scheduled 150. Still got 120 plus odd laps to go. You're going to have to stay patient here tonight. We've seen guys like the number 9 of Ty Robertson burn a set of Goodyear Eagles early on accident. Forgot to go down on the pit road and uncheck his tire. So right now he's running around the race leader in the 2nd place spot on brand new Goodyear tires. Looks like Chase Johnson fucks around and does the same thing. I'm hearing from the admin here from the radio. Chase Johnson, that is my bad, guys. I forgot to uncheck the tires and tell you guys we were only taking Sunoco Racing Fuel. But maybe that is coming from the headset issue that Chase Johnson was having during the practice session. Chase Johnson said that we may have to change helmets here tonight before we take the green flag. Chase Johnson didn't want to change the helmet, said he loves what he has. He's comfort over feeling. The team was advocating for Chase Johnson to try to do something in case they ran into this type of issue here tonight. Chase Johnson running for the championship here tonight. He's already won one of these. You see him, the 4-time iRacing champion. 3 of those coming from the Madness Racing League. If he can hold off tonight and pull it out back-to-back championship for Chase Johnson, if he can do the work here tonight, right now he'll challenge on the inside of one of the other championship guys, of Nicholas Maynard, and they'll work their way through 3 and 4. The kid ripping up to the boards there, big loose off the corner, and here comes the old-timer Tony Cook, moving and grooving up through the field. Tony Cook, if you don't know his name, you better get used to it. Cooking it up here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Tony Cook almost had a win in the Truck Series Season 1 at this very racetrack. Ran out of gas with about 2 laps to go and gave it to the number 4 of Kevin Tankos. I can remember that race oh so vividly. Right now, though, Tony Cook, looks like he saved a little bit of this Goodyear rubber from the opening laps here. We're 26 laps into the run. We've seen 2 guys take brand new, fresh Goodyear rubber, and they happen to be out front right now racing for the race lead. You're riding on board with the leader, Chase Johnson, as he works the bottom side of turn 2 down the back straightaway here at the America's home of racing at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Chase Johnson now in full control here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel, here on the championship race, and he is one of those championship 4 guys. Yeah, at that point to his total score. Every lap led here for Chase Johnson will be a bonus point added to his total score, just like the number 02 of Nicholas Maynard had. He'll work door to door here with Tony Cook, the owner of the Home Run Cafe that presented you the pit stops here underneath the caution flag. Tony Cook and Nicholas Maynard will battle door to door here. We might have our first battle cam here tonight on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. No, Tony Cook will work right on by the number 02 of Nicholas Maynard and sail his way on by. We were talking about Tony Cook earlier. Probably been sim racing longer than you have been alive. Tony Cook, been there, done that. Used to race on the old iRacing platform with Dale Jr. Tony Cook knows how to work his way around these mile and a half cookie cutter racetrack. Can he spoil the party here tonight and pick up his first ever Madness Racing League victory and his first one ever on the Booty Scoot Racing channel? Tony Cook, from short tracks to long tracks to the mediocre tracks. The only thing that keeps Tony Cook behind is just his time and effort that he puts into his family, not able to participate week in and week out. Right now, Corey Tessner got out there to the race lead quick and early to kick off tonight's event in this number 8 Flow Racing Chevy Silverado. He's battling door to door with his Chase Johnson Racing teammate. He'll put the back bumper to the fountain. Number 24 machine. They'll work the banking here through 3 and 4. Corey Tessner trying to give a little bit of a shot here to his teammate of James Fountain as these guys trying to work their way back up to the front of the pack. James Fountain racing for a championship. 2 Chase Johnson Racing trucks in the entry field tonight. Had a chance at the championship to bring it back on home to Greer, South Carolina. Meanwhile, Jerry Powers, interesting story from the number 99 Chevy Silverado. He said he wanted to start from the back of the pack here tonight and move for that Hard Charger Award. The Hard Charger Award awarding 15 points for the most position gained here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. And right now, this number 99 closeoutbats.com machine of Jerry Powers is up 4 spots from where he started. Championship 4 here tonight for the closeout bats number 99, and everything that's running and how it's been so far up to this point. Nicholas Maynard would be the championship 4 leader right now, 31 laps into tonight's event as he's led majority of the laps and he's had the pole in his books, but Chase Johnson slowly eating into that lead as he's out front here heading across the dog leg. He'll lead another lap and add another bonus point to his total score. Chase Showtime Johnson doing just that, putting on a show here for you folks on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. It's Jerry Powers, Corey Tessner, and James Fountain have all worked each other right here through the turn of 1 and 2. Corey Tessner will look to the outside of James Fountain. Down the back straightaway, James Fountain hard on the inside wall. Contacts made down the back straightaway, caution flag fly. No, Jerry Powers, championship 4 guy. James Fountain, championship 4. Corey Tessner hard on the inside wall. What in the Sam hell has just happened on the back straightaway here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway, America's home of racing? In the championship race, we'll back that ass up here for an instant replay. James Fountain, we've seen him off the exit of turn 2 trying to tell you a story about the championship 4 contenders here tonight, and everything goes up in smoke quite literally off the exit of turn 2. We'll have 2 championship guys spun around as well as Corey Tessner involved. We'll back that ass up. Corey Tessner all over the back end of James Fountain. He probably got him a little bit of arrow loose, ships him up the racetrack. James Fountain has to lock it down. Corey Tessner hard into the inside wall. Jerry Powers hard on the brake as he's backwards down the back straightaway here in Charlotte. We'll back that ass up one more time. We'll ride on board with a couple more of these drivers and take a look and see what the fuck just took place off the exit of turn 2. Corey Tessner was all over the back end of James Fountain there. No contact, it looked like, but definitely probably some arrow loose out of turn 2 here. Corey Tessner off the gas, and James Fountain just trying to hold on to his position. James Fountain snaps loose here right in front of Corey Tessner, and Corey Tessner takes a hard shot down here on the inside wall as Jerry Powers goes spinning down the back straightaway. Nothing that Jerry Powers in this number 99 could do right there as he'll fall victim here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. We'll ride on board with the number 99 and take a look and see what happened. We'll run our second caution flag here tonight, 32 laps in to tonight's championship race scheduled for 450. This will be a wild ride. Just gets hooked, almost goes airborne. You hear how silent it gets out the engine of the number 99 machine. Jerry Powers immediately down onto the clutch. The Madness Racing League Final 4 championship race. 2 of those drivers collected here on the back straightaway in Charlotte. Corey Tessner hard into the inside wall, but he's able to get it refired here. 2 Chase Johnson Racing entry titled cars involved in the accident. We'll be back here in just a moment. Chase Johnson holds on to the race lead as of right now behind Peter LeBay's car. We'll see how everybody holds on and what their call is as Chase Johnson and Ty Robertson brought it down on the pit road for 4 fresh Goodyear tires early. We'll be back in just a moment.
Tell me just how deep you would dig if you could bury me. I'd claw my way back through hell to bring you to your knees. I wanna see your face as you watch the world fall apart at the seams. I know all your secrets. I know all your lies.
Welcome back here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Pit stops are right around the corner here. We'll see how many take off the exit of turn 4. Chase Johnson, Ty Robinson, Tony Cook will stay out, but Nicholas Maynard looks like he'll bring the rest of the field behind him. So we'll see how the kid and the rest of these guys do it 33 laps into tonight's event. I would imagine most of these guys take their first, if not their second, set of Goodyear rubber here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. We'll kill the music as multiple drivers bring it on down the pit road. We'll ride with the first guy that was leading majority of the laps. He was the pole sitter here tonight, Nicholas Maynard. He will pull into his box, and his guys will jack up the right side of the race car. It's going to be at least right side tires. 4 Goodyear tires for the Sunoco and some Sunoco Racing fuel for the pole sitter. 0-2 of Nicholas Maynard running for the championship here tonight. Corey Tesner will get a little bit of this damage fixed up as well as 4 Goodyear tires. Travo Wall will take 4 Goodyear tires and 2 cans of Sunoco Racing fuel. Jerry Powers will take 4 tires, as well as John Michael Bryant. And John Michael Bryant easily on the clutch here. They're going to try to save as much gas as possible. So James found involved in the accident, as well as Corey Tesner. Kevin Tango still down here on pit road trying to address some damage on that race car. Chase Johnson will be the race leader when we redeem the green flag and go back racing here for the championship race tonight. Chase Johnson, the season 1 champion, so Chase Johnson knows what it is to be out front here in lead laps and add them to his total score, especially here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. But talking with Chase Johnson earlier in the garage, he did tell us that Charlotte was not one of his favorite tracks. It wasn't one of the better ones that fed into the hands of him. And already a mistake here tonight from Chase Johnson and Ty Robertson. Both Ty Robertson running part-time, will be full-time in season 3. Both of these guys come down on the first caution flag on lap 17 and forget to uncheck their Goodyear tires. So both of these guys already down a set early here in the Madness Racing League TNA Truck Series live here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. How will these guys play the strategy now that they're behind a set of tires? Corey Tesner still stuck down on pit road. Kevin Tanko's back out here on the racetrack here. He'll be beat the pace car out. I mean, dang, I can't get it out all the way. He'll come back around and catch the tail end of the field, but things are getting ready to be re-racked and reloaded here, kind of like your favorite revolver. We'll see how things work off the exit of turn 4 through the Geico restart zone with Chase Johnson and Ty Robertson lead the rest of the pack. The second row will be Tony Cook, the veteran, followed by the kid of Nicholas Maynard. In the third row will go to Jerry Powers and Travo Wall down on the bottom side. Everybody trying different things here tonight to get their way to the front of the racetrack and hold on to the race lead, get out front. This is one of the races where the old format is in play. Excuse me. This is not the Xfinity Series for the Madness Racing League. If you're an advocate fan here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel, you know all about this shitty format and how we have had to re-sauce things up for season 3 for the Xfinity Series, and every other series that takes a green flag here for the Madness Racing League will fall underneath the brand new points format. Peter the base car will hang the left on the pit road this time, and Chase Johnson will be in the control of the start through the Geico restart zone. Chase Johnson will slam down on the gas. We're back racing here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway, live here in Charlotte, North Carolina for the championship race for the season 2 for the total non-stop action truck series for the Madness Racing League. Climbing up the making here in the 2 turns 3 and 4. Nicholas Maynard will battle door to door with Tony Cook off the exit of 2 down the back straightaway. Chase Johnson holds to the race lead. Ty Robinson will come right behind him. Tony Cook will not be denied here on the bottom side, or riding on board with Ty Robertson as he tries to feather the throttle and drive off that right rear tire. Ty Robertson has been the victory lane here before in the Madness Racing League TNA Truck Series, but Nicholas Maynard shoots out of a cannon here on the restart on these 4 fresh Goodyear tires. Nicholas Maynard to the top side of the racetrack. He's rolling right behind the number 5 of Chase Johnson and 2 of our championship 4 guys that haven't been involved in an accident or battling door to door for the race lead through turns 3 and 4. Maynard rips the board through 3 and 4. Johnson stays low. There'll be exit of 4, door to door, drag race across the front stretch, giving the lead back to the kid of Nicholas Maynard, and they'll make it quick and early. This is the difference in the pit strategy. We've seen Chase Johnson, Ty Robinson bring it down on the pit road and accidentally have to burn a set of Goodyear tires. You've seen these guys overlap the rest of the field, jump out there and race side by side. Great points added to the total score for the number 5 machine of Chase Johnson. But guys like Jerry Powers, have flipped the script starting from the tail end of the field. He's up 8 spots from where he started. Currently running in the 3rd place spot from New Jersey. He'll look to the inside of the STI Johnson, number 5 machine of Chase Johnson. In the battle for the 2nd place will be on down the back straightaway. 3 of our championship 4 contenders battle it out. A little bit of contact made. Jerry Powers takes to the apron. Here comes the boogeyman, John Michael Bryant. He'll shoot out of a cannon through 3 and 4. Chase Johnson, Ty Robertson going backwards here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. The kid leads another lap here. Add that point to his total score. And the kid is in full control here in the Season 2 championship race. Working through turns 1 and 2 off the exit of 2 now. Jerry Powers has the set in sight here to run down the race leader of Nicholas Maynard, who's already gapped out to about a 4, 5, 6, 7 car length lead over the rest of the pack as these guys continue to be in battle. Chase Johnson anchors back around the number 23 Gorilla Mine machine of John Michael Bryant. 109 laps to go here at the Madness Racing League's total nonstop action Season 2 Truck Series Championship race live here from the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Pick a favorite driver if you ain't got one and follow for the rest of the way. We still have over 100 laps to go, and it's anybody's ball game. The boogeyman will make a move around the number 5. Johnson looking to shut off the air to the number 9 of Ty Robertson, but just can't quite get clear to the top lane. They'll battle door to door across the front stretch. Here comes a hard charging Kevin Tankos up the middle, looking to make something shake. Kevin Tankos involved in an accident earlier here tonight. We're 42 laps in, and they look like they finally got this number 4 backing up and rolling here. He's going to have to try everything in the book to work his way back to the front of the field. Knocked out of the championship playoffs 2 weeks ago at the Michigan International Raceway after blowing up. He said he had a talk with the Chevy guys and the guys that would build those motors over at Rush Motorsports, and they apologized to Kevin Tankos. And Kevin Tankos said that if this ever happened again, that they would be out of a job. Sour grapes, sour engine. That was the motto for the number 4 Chevy Silverado. Kevin Tankos, he works door to door with Chase Johnson, and Chase Johnson continues to bleed backwards here after he and Ty Robertson bleed on the worst pit strategy possible after making a mistake coming down pit road and forgetting to cut off some of those Goodyear tires. Right now, Jerry Powers is trying to run down the kid of Nicholas Maynard, heading across the front stretch. Battle for the race lead into turn 1 and 2. We're 44 laps into tonight's event, and Jerry Powers has closed the lead up right here. Jerry Powers to collect the paint, though, get a little bit loose and tight, chasing up the racetrack. This will give the kid of Nicholas Maynard a chance here to redeem himself from 3 and 4. He's going to have to gather it up here. How will he race the number 99 through 3 and 4? The kid to the top side, that's Maynard. Down on the bottom is Powers. Battle for the race lead here in Charlotte. 2 championship 4 guys go at it here, but the kid still has the race lead. Add another lap to his total score. Can he clear the number 99? Not quite. He'll take the top side through 1 and 2. And he'll shut the air off. He'll fall back in the line behind the number 99 of Jerry Powers. And the battle down the back straightaway. Here comes the boogeyman of John Michael Bryant. He'll look on the inside of the closeout bats.com Chevy Silverados of Jerry Powers. Jerry Powers looks like he'll dial it down back just a tad bit here and try to save a little bit of Goodyear tire. Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching the championship race for Season 2 for the Madness Racing League TNA Truck Series live here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Nicholas Maynard is the race leader, followed by John Michael Bryant, Jerry Powers, and Kevin Tankos, who's working around Ty Robertson, and Chase Johnson is Travel Wall starting to work his way up through the field. Ladies and gentlemen, I think it's time we take it back down on the racetrack. A 3-wide battle for the race lead between Maynard, Bryant, and Powers. And we'll pull up tonight's first Madness Racing League battle box. Battle cam up here for the first time tonight for the championship race here for Season 2 for the Madness Racing League off the exit of turn 2. John Michael Bryant working door to door here, trying to get back to the kid of Nicholas Maynard as they work down the back straightaway. Jerry Powers is trying to keep a nose length in here and keep his striking distance between the number 23 and the 02. John Michael Bryant back down on the bottom side of the racetrack. He'll look to close the air off to the number 02. Nicholas Maynard will scoot high here. Make sure he'll give plenty of room to riding on board with the kid of Nicholas Maynard. He'll close the air down on the bottom of the number the 23 of John Michael Bryant. These guys are absolutely going at it for the race lead. Nobody cutting anybody an inch here. John Michael Bryant scoots back into the second place spot, and here comes Jerry Powers. He'll look the power back for his spot that John Michael Bryant took for him just 3 short laps ago. 3 wide at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Nicholas Maynard will claim the outside wall. He'll shut the air off to both of these guys. And Jerry Powers looking and lurking here to try to make something shake as Kevin Tankos has his tongue out inside of that helmet. He's looking for a shot at the race lead here. 50 laps complete this time around. This has been the Madness Racing League's first battle cam here tonight for the championship race. Jerry Powers working the left rear quarter panel of the Gorilla Mind Ford F-150 at John Michael Bryant. John Michael Bryant battling some internet connection issues here. He'll blink in and blink out on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Travel Wall trying to run down Jerry Powers and the rest of these folks here as he is moved up to the 4th place spot. Ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Tankos has been disconnected here off the racetrack here due to his internet issues. So hopefully we can get back here. Kevin Tanko on the field. We're not going away from this battle for the race lead as Kevin Tankos goes off the racetrack. Jerry Powers gains another notch here off of turn 4. 2 of these championship 4 guys with gold banners on top of these race cars. You see it right here. Battle it out for the race lead through turns 1 and 2. Maynard elects to take the top side again. Powers down on the bottom. These 2 guys just can't seem to pick a line. Nicholas Maynard trying to keep the air draft here. John Michael Bryant and keep 2 of these guys door to door here. That should slow them down here. Really, if I'm really John Michael Bryant, I'm trying to save a little bit of Goodyear tire here. Let these guys race it out here. You're on a better strategy than the rest of the field as Ty Robertson has been the only one to not go completely backwards here after taking 4 fresh Goodyear tires on the opening pit strategy lap for the caution flag after forgetting to check off after they wanted to take Sunoco Racing fuel only. Chase Johnson fell victim to the same exact thing, taking 4 fresh Goodyear tires on the first caution lap, 17 laps into tonight's event when he didn't want to. But Chase Johnson battling helmet issues here, so he doesn't have a radio communication well enough here to keep going back and forth with his crew chief. He can hear the spotter well, but cannot hear the crew chief. So Chase Johnson having to make the calls on his own here tonight. He's currently running in the 7th place spot on some old tires. But every lap led right now is 1 point added to your total score. And Nicholas Maynard, Jerry Powers, the other 2 championship 4 guys, running 1-2 here through 3 and 4. And John Michael Bryant trying to make something shake here off the back bumper of the number 99 of Jerry Powers. And we keep going like that because John Michael Bryant keeps battling internet connection issues. So we can't ride on top of the number 23 machine for too long. Jerry Powers will look back down underneath the race leader of Nicholas Maynard in a 3 and 4. 1 and 2, excuse me, and look for the race lead off the exit of 2. But Nicholas Maynard will get the run down the hill off 2, and Jerry Powers have to pull right back into lane. Nicholas Maynard will shove a little bit of air across the front nose of the number 99, and we'll see how this will affect both of these race cars. Nicholas Maynard looks like he got a little bit tight chasing up the racetrack, and Jerry Powers will run into there with him. Nicholas Maynard will slap the outside of the wall. 55 laps are complete here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Less than 100 to go in season 2. 225 miles around this beautiful racetrack. It's going to be anybody's ball game. Who's going to do what, when, where, why? Down, back straightaway, side by side. Maynard on the outside. Powers on the inside. Bryant rolling into 3rd place. Travo Wall searching and rolling through for the 4th place spot. Trying to find some grip to get up here and battle for the race lead. Nicholas Maynard in jeopardy of losing a race lead to Jerry Powers out front now. Jerry Powers will lead that last lap that last time around. They'll work the banking through turns 1 and 2 off the exit of 2 now. Powers on the bottom. Maynard trying every bit on the top side. Down the back straightaway. Who's going to hold on to it? These 2 guys putting on a show here in the championship race. 4 fresh Goodyear tires for both of these guys. The kid gets loose on the top side. Jerry Powers will try to shove the lane close there, but he won't do it. Jerry Powers not known to race like that, but Jerry Powers stays down on the bottom side, but the kid still has the corner panel into turns 1 and 2. Rising up the banking, Jerry Powers down on the bottom side, trying to hit a home run here and getting rid of this number 02. Get out front. Jerry Powers was registered the race leader that last time around. You had a little bit of contact made into turns 3 and 4 there between the 02 and 99. 99 on the bottom side here. Gets a little bit tight up the racetrack here, but he's able to keep it off, and he'll pass and clear himself for the race lead. These two guys will not be separated here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. 58 laps completed out of the scheduled 150. Down the back straightaway, Jerry Powers will clear himself for the race lead. And Nicholas Maynard looking back down on the bottom side, but Jerry Powers will close it down. An arrow block the 0-2. That'll get it really tied up the racetrack that time. And it looks like that battle for the race lead is just going to dissipate backwards now. Riding on board with John Michael Bryant, the boogeyman, in this number 23 machine. John Michael Bryant, breaking news out of the garage. If this is your first time tuning in here, John Michael Bryant having to step away from the Madness Racing League. All series but Xfinity full-time, about to go down to part-time. Ladies and gentlemen, the funding just not what the 23 machine needed. They'll need John Michael Bryant on the shop floor, running day-to-day operations and creating parts. Second shift, the only opening that they had on the shop floor that needed to be filled. John Michael Bryant happily stood up into place at the conference meeting, took in the action and said, I'll take over that job. Count me as it. So John Michael Bryant has been granted driving operation duties for the Xfinity Series full-time. And now him, Kyle Fountain, Nicholas Maynard for FBM. That's Fountain Boogie Motorsports, Maynard Motorsports. John Michael Bryant been upgraded to a competition director role. John Michael Bryant's going to have a lot more on his plate here in the coming weeks. We'll see how the number 23 machine continues to work his way through the field. He's up to the third place spot right now, and he's slowly closing back in on the back half of this number 02 of Nicholas Maynard. We can't get nowhere without giving a little bit of love to the sailing machine of Travo Wall from Pelham, South Carolina. Travo Wall will stay out on the racetrack there with Nicholas Maynard. Heads off the exit of turn 3 and 4 here. Travo Wall not having to mess, fiddle, or move or anything with that brake bias. And a little bit tiny input for the sailing number 7. Travo Wall, most people like to call him the mid-packer, the fast guy till he burns them up. Travo Wall, these last months on the Madness Racing League, has turned around this program here at Travo Wall Racing for Rock and Roll Racing. Travo Wall was the man that they wanted to drive their 7 Ford F-150. So Rock and Roll Racing has an elite talent behind the wheel, and it's number 7, and it's really starting to show here. He's moved on up in the Ford program, and they're starting to get brand new engines and chassis developed straight from the Ford development team. So Travo Wall really starting to put together a better run now. He's about 3 seconds behind the third place driver, John Michael Bryant. But Travo Wall putting on a show here tonight, moving and grooving up to the 4th place spot. Showed some love earlier to Tony Cook, moved up to the 2nd place spot, third place spot. Yeah, that's right. Tony Cook in his home run cafe, number 33 Chevy Silverado. Tony Cook says these 1.5 mile cookie cutter racetracks are where he strives the best. His home run cafe racing team strives on 1.5 miles and super speedways. Not much of a short track racer. Tony Cook has some laps on those legs, so he cannot really hold too many laps there, repeatedly on and off the brake. So Tony Cook had to step away from the Phoenix race last night in the Madness Racing League Next Gen Cup Series after brake line busted. Not sure if Tony Cook had something to do with the brake line busted inside of that race car, just because those legs were hurting. But Tony Cook really cooking up something here tonight at Charlotte, one of his better racetracks, currently running in the 6th place spot. How will Tony Cook and his number 33 machine turn this program around? He was on the bottom half of the Chevy tier when it came to chassis programs. A family man first. Tony Cook has made that clear time after time again after being interviewed in the garage. He will go to Myrtle Beach. He will take vacations with his family before racing here in the Madness Racing League, and I do not blame him. Tony Cook says love over racing any day of the week. And right now, some speed hooked up in this number 33 Home Run Cafe Chevy Silverado. And if Tony Cook can get out front and hold on to his position, he might have a chance to spoil the party here tonight in Charlotte. Kevin Tango's in this number 4 Budweiser machine. Had a strong season this year. Budweiser coming on full time, as they've always have since season 1 for Kevin Tango's. Seen him throwing back some Budweisers earlier. They were giving out for free on the number 4 hauler in the fan zone. Rush Motorsports known to give it to their fans. Anyway, Kevin Tanko's Summer Day engine expired 2 weeks ago at the Michigan International Raceway. Not the race in the way that he was intending the race to play out for him in his Rush Motorsports team. Kevin Tanko's called an all-emergency meeting to the hauler on Monday morning, including Chevy over the phone, via Zoom, and he wanted to know what was going on with those engines. Sour grapes, sour engines was the motto for Kevin Tanko's, and if you really understand the meaning of that, Kevin Tanko is not happy with the way that they brought him here, the kind of engines that they brought him here in the playoffs. He's currently running in the 9th place spot, 5 laps down, back out on the racetrack after the coming down on the pit road and taking it to the garage, to the vehicle damage policy area, and reworking on that right front tolling. Kevin Tanko says you guys have put way too much Packer in this Chevy Silverado, but he's back out on the racetrack right now. They try to throw a little bit of tape on the front nose to try to close off a little bit of the air to the front half of his number 4 and get him a little bit of speed. He's running down right now the number 99 of Jerry Powers, which is in the lead, the race leader. So Kevin Tanko's being gracious here, but just trying to get his lap back and run strong and hold tight here. Guys, bringing it down on the pit road. Here comes Tony Cook. He'll come down and service this number 33 Home Run Cafe machine. It'll be 4 fresh Goodyear tires and 2 cans of Sunoco Racing fuel for the number 33 Home Run Cafe Chevy Silverado. Ty Robertson will bring it down on the pit road, as well as Chase Johnson. They'll follow nose to tail into their pit boxes. Ty Robertson will slide into the second pit box on pit road, and then UniFirst number 9. Remember, these were the 2 guys that brought it down first after coming down on lap 17 and burning a set of Goodyear tires by accident after forgetting to uncheck their cars. Ladies and gentlemen, still working down here on pit road. Chase Johnson, and then we'll drop the jack, and so will Ty Robinson. It'll be 4 fresh Goodyear tires and 2 cans of Sunoco Racing fuel for both of these drivers, with 1 set of Goodyear Eagles remaining in the pits with over 70 laps to go here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. How will Ty Robertson and Chase Johnson play this? They're going to have to try something different here at some point in time. Jerry Powers holds on to the race lead here as everybody works their way off the exit of pit road. How will the lap car traffic fall here as Jerry Powers heads down the back straightaway? It doesn't look like they'll lose a lap to the number 99 of Jerry Powers, so they'll only remain 1 lap down, and as the cycle continues to work itself through, I will keep you guys fully up to date on what is going on right now. Jerry Powers putting on an absolute clinic here, leading some laps, adding some points to his total score. We're seeing right now from the admin 14 laps led right now for the number 99 of Jerry Powers from New Jersey. And if he can hold on to the race lead here and win tonight's race, it wouldn't even matter about points, but he's drove up from the back half of the field, started last place, and he drove to the race lead. So right now he's in contention for the Hard Charger Award. Jerry Powers up 10 spots from where he started. A sin in between. If you didn't hear the news out of the garage for the number 99 machine, race leader here of Jerry Powers, Zen coming full-time on board for the Xfinity program for the number 99, closeoutbats.com, Chevy Silverado down the back straightaway. Kevin Tanko's rolls in the trail marks here. 5 laps down. The second place guy now is going to be the boogeyman of John Michael Bryant passing by in his black and orange machine. And he's got a battle right here with Nicholas Maynard. The boogeyman will go low, the kid will go high. How will John Michael Bryant play this? He was on the same strategy as Nicholas Maynard and Jerry Powers and the rest of these boys. So John Michael Bryant trying to hold on to this second place spot. Nobody else has called him on down the pit road, called it quits quite yet. So Ty Robertson and Chase Johnson, how long will these 2 guys on 4 fresh Goodyear tires be by themselves? You can run nose to tail right now. Chase Johnson's got to get around Ty Robertson. The better position for finish is going to allow Chase Johnson to get more points added to his total score. The guy that I hate to see going backwards right now is Tony Cook. He'll bring it down on the pit road and service his race car. Tony Cook is starting to lose a little bit of touch though to Chase Johnson and Ty Robertson. Tony Cook works off turn 4 now. So it's going to be Powers down the back straightaway as John Michael Bryant and Nicholas Maynard work off the exit of turn 2. Nicholas Maynard scrapes the outside wall there. So the front two of the front 3 drivers between Jerry Powers coming off the exit of turn 4 and Nicholas Maynard coming through the exit of 4 right now will be your front 2 championship 4 drivers. James Fountain, slowly carving back from where he was at here. He's went down and serviced his number 24 Chevy Silverado here soon as he's calling down. And we're going to have to patch up some of the damage on the right end. James Fountain spun around earlier here tonight, involved in a caution flag, running in the 5th place spot. James Fountain says they've got the balance back to this Chevy Silverado quite like how he likes it. Right now he's hoping and praying for another caution so he can just be re-racked on the same game plan as everybody else. But they're going to have to attend to the damage on the rear end of this Babylon number 24. James Fountain, chances for a championship are up in smoke right now. He's in a must-win situation, 78 laps into tonight's event. It's going to be anybody's ball game, but Jerry Powers in full control. He's beginning to come to knock down on the back door of that number 24 of James Fountain. Ladies and gentlemen, we're still moving and grooving here in Charlotte, North Carolina for the Season 2 championship race. Jerry Powers, the race leader. John Michaels in the 2nd place spot. And the 3rd place spot will be the kid of Nicholas Maynard, falling right there behind the boogeyman. Travo Wall will round out the 4th place spot, having a hellacious run here. 3 blue ovals round out the top 3 spots. That's John Michael Bryant, Nicholas Maynard, Travo Wall. Have the blue ovals brought something here tonight to Charlotte to contend with the bow ties. Jerry Powers from the race lead will call it quits, and he'll bring it on down the pit road. That'll give the Ford blue oval John Michael Bryant. No, it won't. He'll probably quit and bring it down on the pit road. That'll give the kid of Nicholas Maynard the race lead again. So the kid back out front as the race leader. These will be total points added to his total score. Jerry Powers leading about 27 laps right there and adding those points to his total score to pull into his Zen pit box. They'll hop the wall. It's going to be 4 fresh Goodyear tires and 2 cans of Sunoco Racing fuel for Jerry Powers as these guys continue to service this closeout bass number 99. John Michael Bryant says it's a little too snug through turns 1 and 2, but I'm really able to paint the top side through 3 and 4. Loosen me up a little bit. 4 fresh Goodyear tires, 2 cans of Sunoco Racing fuel for the boogeyman, and Jerry Powers are on and off of pit road. Nicholas Maynard has the race lead, and Ty Roberts and Chase Johnson, who pitted about 4 or 5 laps to go, split the leader 3 wide down the back straightaway. These 2 guys will unlap themselves though, and this is the battle for the 4th and 5th place spot as they continue to work their way through the cycle. James Fountain to bring it down on the pit road, and he'll call it quits. And ladies and gentlemen, the number 24 says this race car is absolutely junk. After going around for that caution flag, James Fountain says we're going to have to throw a Hail Mary here if we want a chance at calling ourselves a champion here tonight. He'll pull into his 4th pit box on pit road. They'll hop the wall. It's going to be 4 fresh Goodyear tires and 2 cans of Sunoco Racing fuel for the number 24 as he addresses the damage on his race car. Here comes the kid of Nicholas Maynard out from the race lead. He'll pull down on the pit road. His guys will jack up the race car. It's going to be 4 fresh Goodyear tires and 2 cans of Sunoco Racing fuel for the Maynard Motors Dex Imaging Ford F-150. James Fountain and them guys drop the jack, and he's on and off of pit road, and so is Nicholas Maynard. So as the strategy continues to work through here, Travo Wall, this number 7 Saline Ford F-150, will work around the lap traffic. Guys working their way off pit road. He'll be the race leader. Behind him will be Chase Johnson and Ty Robertson, who are working through turns 3 and 4. You're riding on board with Chase Johnson, who had a lot of work to do to go run down the race leader about 22 seconds back through the cycle, but never mind. Here comes Travo Wall. He'll call it off on pit road down on the pit lane for his service. That'll unlap the boogeyman and James Fountain. They'll be back on the lead lap, and Chase Johnson should redeem the race lead with Ty Robertson all over the back half. Remember, folks, these were the 2 guys who came down on the pit road and accidentally burned a set of Goodyear tires early into tonight's event. Travo Wall will pull into his number 9 stall here on the pit road, 84 laps into tonight's event. The Saline number 7 says this race car feels absolutely beautiful, finally leading some laps out here in the Madness Racing League. This is where we belong. 4 fresh Goodyear tires and 2 cans of Sunoco Racing fuel for the Saline Ford F-150. Chase Johnson, it has some lap traffic in ahead of him. You're looking out the front nose of Chase Johnson and Ty Robertson. This is the battle for the race lead. How will they manage this lap traffic of Kevin Tankos? Kevin Tankos electively moved to the outside line here into turns 1 and 2. Everybody trying to give each other some room here. Everybody knowing Chase Johnson racing for a championship here tonight on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. He's back out front here through the pit cycle. 85 laps are complete out of the 150. But the real question is, if you're Chase Johnson and Ty Robertson, you only have one option, and that is to run it as long as possible. It's been about 12 laps or so now almost. Coming across the line, it'll be 12 this time, that these two folks have went and pitted down on the pit road. So they are at a 12-lap disadvantage from the rest of the field, like guys like Jerry Powers, who's also competing for that championship here tonight. You're riding out the front nose of Jerry Powers. As you see those folks right in front of him into 3 and 4, that's going to be the battle for the race lead between Chase Johnson and Ty Robertson. And right behind him will be Tony Cook and this number 33 machine. So Tony Cook, though, even though he's not battling for the race lead, he's holding on to this cycle spot as of right now. And if Tony Cook can continue to just hold on with nobody around him till John Michael Bryant gets there, he might be able to recover from this mishap on pit road that he had that's taken him a little bit further back out of the strategy. Right now, John Michael Bryant and Nicholas Maynard were the battle for the race lead before they came down the cycle. Jerry Powers brought it down on an entirely different lap than John Michael Bryant and the kid of Nicholas Maynard. He's slowly running down Chase Johnson and Ty Robertson. Ty Robertson knows a lock to the back bumper of Chase Johnson, giving a little bit of extra help and trying to help him through turns 1 and 2. Ty Robertson will sail to the top of the board off the exit of turn 2 down the back straightaway. Will we get a battle for the race lead? No. Chase Johnson will throw the block over the number 9 of Ty Robertson. Chase Johnson knows just how valuable each and every single one of these spots are and how every one of these laps led or is 1 point added to your total score and what he can do for you. 89 laps complete here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. You're watching the Madness Racing League Total Non-Stop Action Truck Series live here from America's home of racing and Charlotte, North Carolina at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. We'll take you back down on the racetrack for one more time for tonight's Madness Racing League Fast and Live. Back here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel, things are starting to get spicy now. 92 laps are complete here in the Season 2 Championship race, live here from the Charlotte Motor Speedway in Concord, North Carolina. Jerry Powers has worked his way back to the race lead through the pit cycle. And here comes James Fountain back down on the pit road. James Fountain trying to call a Houdini here tonight. It makes something shake. He's already back down on the pit road looking to service this number 24 Valvoline Chevy Silverado. James Fountain says the race car is still junk. I do not know what to do. I just cannot keep the rear tire on it. James Fountain said you're going to have to make an adjustment. 4 fresh Goodyear tires and 2 cans of Sunoco Racing fuel here for James Fountain, and he should be full for the end. As the strategy continues to work itself out here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway, we're looking like we may have one more pit call underneath our belt here. We may have to make one more green flag pit stop, as there's about a 14-lap difference between being on the end on fuel, even if you ran it long. So the number 9 of Ty Robertson trying to run down Jerry Powers here. 94 laps are complete out of the scheduled 150, and we'll see how things begin to shake out here on the long run. Everybody beginning to become spaced out here tonight at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Don't want to continue to repeat ourselves and tell you things you didn't know. John Michael Bryant, your mom's favorite driver, continuing to work, and try to change around this Ford F-150 program here at the Boogeyman Racing. John Michael Bryant breaking news from the garage here, breaking out of the Madness Racing League. John Michael Bryant will go part-time in all series besides the Xfinity Series. Starting in Season 3, he'll pull out of the Truck Series full-time. So the Boogeyman trying to spoil the party here tonight and pick up a victory for the TNA Truck Series in his Ford F-150. John Michael Bryant, usually a Toyota guy, but tonight he's trying to close out his last little bit here for the Truck Series with his Ford F-150. It's been a rough couple weeks here for this number 4 Budweiser machine of Kevin Tankos from Hawthorne, New Jersey. Tore up race car after tore up race car. Just not the performance that he was looking for. Kevin Tankos had to go behind the garage earlier here tonight into the DVP area. That's the damaged vehicle policy area where you have to come back out and meet minimum speed. So it looks like Kevin Tankos has met minimum speed here for the Madness Race League admin Likening. Kevin Tankos said that he was battling some kind of right front sway bar issue is what they have come to know now, and they've relayed the message back to Kevin Tankos. Kevin Tankos was out there earlier giving out free Budweiser beers. Right now he's battling door to door with Nicholas Maynard. Nicholas Maynard looks like he'll let him on by here. Kevin Tankos being a studious student here tonight. Gonna have to use this one as a lesson here and try to rebuild the Chevy Silverado program. Kevin Tankos bad fast in the Next Gen Cup Series. Can he find a way in the playoffs to fight and claw his way to the championship 4 in the Cup Series? Kevin Tankos into turns 3 and 4. He'll take the top, the middle side. So Kevin Tankos is trying a little bit something different here. Just trying to hold on to this Budweiser number 4. 4 laps down. It's anybody's ball game as we really think about it. So we can get a couple more caution flags. Kevin Tankos can be the lucky dog. He may have a chance of fighting wood and getting back in here tonight. Right now, though, you're riding on board with Chase Johnson down the back straightaway as he tries to run down the number 9 of Ty Robertson in this number 2 unit first. Number 9 Chevy Silverado. So through the green flag pit cycles on the short run, the Chevy bow ties, guys like Jerry Powers, Ty Robertson, and Chase Johnson are super duper fast. Ty Robertson, Chase Johnson, though, they have been the top pit right now that have surprised me through this heat cycle as the sun has went down. Ty Robertson and Chase Johnson make a mistake in the opening laps here to kick off the Madness Racing League Total Nonstop Accident Truck Series. 17 laps into tonight's event, we had our first caution flag. And when the caution flag came out, everybody but Nicholas Maynard and Travo Wall brought it down onto pit road, assuming trying to top off on some Sunoco Racing fuel as John Michael Bryant makes the pass over the number 5 there. Trying to top off on some Sunoco Racing fuel to get to the end. James Fountain, though, will work down on the bottom side. So you're seeing a little bit of a teammate behavior here as James Fountain will work behind the number 5 here. James Fountain 3 laps down to try to help his driver on or teammate here with a little bit of aero draft and give him some extra speed. But Chase Johnson says, no, I'm wrecking loose right now. Just go ahead all around me. So Chase Johnson, the season 1 champion, in jeopardy of losing it here tonight. He's going to have a lot of work be done here as he's only led about 14 laps here tonight. Chase Johnson get back out front here in Charlotte. Nicholas Maynard driving this number 02 Maynard Motors Dex Imaging Ford F-150 for the Team Penske Development Team. Nicholas Maynard, Welford, South Carolina, 5-time Madness Racing League winner. Has never won a truck race in the Madness Racing League out of the 2 seasons we have completed. Will tonight be his ninth? Or you may ask yourself, how did he get here? He's never won a race. Nicholas Maynard put on a performance 2 weeks ago at the Michigan International Raceway that was undeniable. What do I mean by that? Nicholas Maynard needed to close a points gap over John Michael Bryant and certainly did it. Set on the pole at Michigan, added the bonus points to his total score, and he led over 28 laps there that night and only locked himself in over John Michael Bryant by 5 points, which tallied out to be that pole position. Nicholas Maynard came in here tonight. You're riding on board with a 0-2. Set on the pole, so he had a 5-point gap difference over the other 3 championship contenders. Now that's probably been eliminated now between the laps led between two of the other three drivers that Nicholas Maynard was battling. Nicholas Maynard moving on up to about Tier 2 status in the Ford development program for Team Penske and their truck series, driving this number 02. Can he pick up his first truck series win ever for the Madness Racing League? On the Booty Scoot Racing channel, we've seen him turn around holding Wheeler at the Daytona International Raceway, but didn't go to victory lane. He's running currently right now in the 5th place spot. We'll see how things work out here for the number 02. Kevin Tankos works back onto the racetrack here, full speed, trying to get back through the gears after coming off pit lane. We're listening into the radio for the Rush Motorsports. They're telling Kevin Tankos to remain calm. It's going to be okay, Kevin Tankos says. Usually these guys want to wreck their asses off, but now they want to let it go green. Kevin Tankos 5 laps down after going back down to the damaged vehicle policy. Kevin Tankos says he wants to have a talk with the admin here for the Madness Racing League. What in the Sam hell is this damaged vehicle policy? He wants to know exactly how he keeps getting screwed week in and week out. Kevin Tankos already told you guys, got on a Zoom call meeting this week with the owners of at Chevy and wanted to know what the hell has been going on recently here with the Rush Motorsports entries and why they have been lacking speed here to guys like Chase Johnson Racing and Jerry Powers. Kevin Tankos says he didn't want to know why. He just wanted an answer. And Kevin Tankos not going to be pleased here tonight after having some trouble with that front sway bar out the front end of the Budweiser number 4. Just tracking backwards here with America's home of racing. And he'll go in on pit road, take those final 4 fresh Goodyear tires and try to work to the end here. Kevin Tankos down the back straightaway trying to make up some time. Drive back around the race leader, Jerry Powers, here in this number 99 closeout batch Chevy Silverado. Jerry Powers will, I'm going to assume, probably just let Kevin Tankos on by there on the fresher Goodyear tires. Chase Johnson, Nicholas Maynard battling it out here for the 4th place spot. So we'll see how these two guys manage each other across the front stretch. John Michael Bryant has worked his way up here. So here come the blue ovals between John Michael Bryant and Nicholas Maynard. Will shoot out of a cannon over Chase Johnson here in the turn 1 and 2. Maynard on the outside, Johnson on the bottom side. So Chase Johnson really starting to have to feel the effect of not having those Goodyear tires to spare. He's all out of Goodyear rubber. What will Chase Johnson do? He's got 1 set of Goodyear tires left, and he's on about a 12-lap difference in gas strategy than the rest of the field. As you see guys like John Michael Bryan, as you ride on board with the boogeyman, and Nicholas Maynard have set sail like they have shot out of a rocket over the number 5 of Chase Johnson as soon as they get around the lap traffic here. This was the key of the race here. When we mention lap traffic, you don't got to be the race leader of Jerry Powers to navigate that. Guys that are coming on and off the pit road through the cycle are lap traffic. Whether they're on the lead lap coming around you at a high rate of speed, Ty Robertson slaps the outside wall there. That'll cost a little bit of time between him and Jerry Powers. But Jerry Powers has put out about a 6-second gap difference over the rest of the field right now. Kevin Tankos gets around Jerry Powers, slaps the outside wall after getting a little bit too tight. Jerry Powers has worked his way back around him here. So whenever Jerry Powers elects to call it quits off the race lead, he'll bring it down there really low onto the apron. We'll see how things shake out through this final pit cycle. We got about 48 laps remaining here, 38 laps remaining here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. It's going to be anybody's ball game. Powers is the race leader, followed by Ty Robertson in the 2nd place spot. John Michael Bryant works his way to the 3rd place spot as he gets big loose down on the bottom side of the racetrack. And Nicholas Maynard rounds out the 4th place spot, followed by Chase Johnson in the top 5. So 3 of our 4 championship Ford contenders run here in the top 5 on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Jerry Powers has officially taken over the points battle lead here. So what that means, if you're new here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel with this old format that we've had in play here for quite some time now, Jerry Powers, every lap led is 1 point added to your total score, has jumped out to the race lead. He has led over about over 44 laps now up to this point and added those points to his total score. So everybody else is either going to have to lead these last 38 if you led laps like Nicholas Maynard, Chase Johnson, and these boys that are running for the championship. They still have a chance, but they're going to have to get out front now, out in front of Jerry Powers, and go, go, go. Here comes Tony Cook off the racetrack, down on the pit road. So here, Tony Cook is calling it quits. It's come down to services number 33, Chevy Silverado. This is us reminding you to go check out the Home Run Cafe located in Greer, South Carolina for all your hot dog and hamburger needs. Tony Cook says the car feels a little bit snug right now. We are having a great run. You boys keep doing what you're doing. We need one great stop. 4 fresh Goodyear tires and 2 cans of Sunoco Racing Fuel for the number 33 of Tony Cook. Travo Wall back out here on the racetrack, sailing through turns 3 and 4. Tony Cook may get the chance to beat the race leader of Jerry Powers on and off of pit road here and only lose 1 lap, not lose 2. Tony Cook trying to get it up and going here as Jerry Powers sails down into turns 1 and 2. I think Tony Cook's going to be able to make it on out. We knew it was going to be a close one off of pit road. Jerry Powers will have to watch Tony Cook sail right in front of him on a totally different strategy. Things starting to fumble together. Ty Robertson, though, needs a huge shout out. He's been able to hold on to this second place spot from Coleman, Alabama, after disregarding the Goodyear tires earlier and when he went on the pit road 17 laps into tonight's event. Him and Chase Johnson both have burned an extra set of Goodyear tires, and they have had no choice here but to run their gas tanks empty if they want a chance to fight here with the guys that are on the correct green flag pit stop strategy. Ty Robertson has done the better job here now as he sits in the second place spot. Chase Johnson has lost a little bit of touch here to the front pack as he's allowed these blue ovals of Nicholas Maynard and John Michael Bryant to work their way around him for position. Jerry Powers working his way into turn 1 and 2. Ty Robertson calling it quits now. He says enough is enough out of these Goodyear tires. He just can't do any more. Chase Johnson will follow on the same pit strategy right as we get ready to say something and talk about the strategies. These two guys, these will come down, and these will for sure be their final sets of Goodyear tires. Chase Johnson, Ty Robertson with more than 30 laps to go, bringing it down on the pit road to service their race car. So the final time here tonight, the UniFirst number 9 is going to take 4 fresh Goodyear tires and 2 cans of Sunoco Racing Fuel, as well as Chase Johnson. They'll take 4 fresh Goodyear tires and 2 cans of Sunoco Racing Fuel. This is going to play a big-time pit strategy call, and what I mean by that is guys like Jerry Powers, John Michael Bryant, and Nicholas Maynard, as well as Travo Wall, who all run out right now in the top 4 spots on the Booty Scoot Racing channel, do not have to take as much Sunoco Racing Fuel as the guys like Ty Robertson and Chase Johnson, who come off a pit road now and work their way across the back straightaway, and down on the pit road. John Michael Bryant continues to blink in and blink out here. He's battling some internet connection issues. You're riding on the front nose of Nicholas Maynard as he tries to reach the top side of the racetrack. Down the back straightaway, John Michael Bryant. Part-time in season 3 was the news in the garage. Here comes Jerry Powers down on the pit road from the race lead, calling it quits. How will he manage it through the cycle now? John Michael Bryant will take over the race lead with Nicholas Maynard right behind him. Jerry Powers pulls into his box. He says the race car is absolutely great. Do not touch it adjustment-wise. 4 Goodyear tires and 2 cans of Sunoco Racing Fuel. They're going to call it down here by themselves on the pit road on an oddball strategy number call. We'll see how this works out for the number 99 with only 4 guys on the lead lap. He'll lose his lap here to John Michael Bryant and Nicholas Maynard as the race leader, I would imagine. So maybe no. What a great stop there by Jerry Powers in his closeoutbats.com. Boys, he'll cut it real close to the blending line. Yes, he'll get underneath it here, but he'll beat John Michael Bryant out on the pit cycle, and he will not even lose a lap. What a call and what a pit stop. This just may be the difference and what these guys need here tonight. Jerry Powers is number 99, boys, with the best pit stop of the season. For the Park Ridge, New Jersey driver, he's going to have a chance to sail away with it here. How will these guys counteract that beautiful stop from the number 99? Ty Robertson, Chase Johnson working their way back around here. They got to get around the boogeyman, John Michael Bryant, to get themselves back on the lead lap. That'll bring us up to 6 drivers racing for it here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Ty Robertson working underneath the boogeyman here through 3 and 4. This will bring up the 0-2 to the back bumper of the race leader of John Michael Bryant, the kid of Nicholas Maynard, racing for a championship here tonight. John Michael Bryant just trying to go to victory lane. Trevo Wall moves up to the 3rd place spot, coming through the dog leg this time around. 125 laps complete this next time for the boogeyman when he comes across the line. 25 laps to go this time around at Charlotte. John Michael Bryant will call it quit down here on the pit road and will surrender the race lead to Nicholas Maynard. So not sure what it's looking like on points. We know Jerry Powers had the advantage. Nicholas Maynard's going to be able to come down and take the race lead and add a little bit more points to his total score. Not sure how long he can run through the pit stop cycle, as he was on the same strategy call as John Michael Bryant. The boogeyman will bring it down here. It's going to be 4 fresh Goodyear tires and 2 cans of Sunoco Racing fuel for the boogeyman of John Michael Bryant. We're racing for a championship here tonight at the Booty Scoot Racing Channel Charlotte Motor Speedway. Nicholas Maynard is one of those contestants competing for it. He's in the race lead with 25 laps to go, and he's yet to go down on the pit road and service that 0-2. Chase Johnson, a lap down, will work underneath the race leader of the Maynard boy. He'll unlap himself down the back straightaway. Who's going to do what, when, where, and why? You're going to have to call it as long as possible. Trevo Wall moves up to the 2nd place spot. Jerry Powers brought it down on the pit road. 3 short laps to go and service that number 99 closeout Bass machine, riding on board with him down the back straightaway here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. He's looking for a chance to go back to the race lead here. 24 laps to go. Maynard, the race leader, looking for a chance to win his first championship in the Total Nonstop Action Truck Series. Riding into turn 3 and 4, he'll grip the boards through 3 and 4. Looks like he's slowing up here. The kid of Nicholas Maynard might be bringing it down on the pit road. Nicholas Maynard calls it quits from the race lead. He'll bring it down on the pit road and service this number 0-2 machine. This will leave Trevo Wall as the race leader from Pelzer, South Carolina, as the pit stop cycles continue to work their way out here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Nicholas Maynard brings it down on the pit road. He says the race car feels a little bit loose. Just snug it up a tad bit. It's going to be 4 fresh Goodyear tires and 2 cans of Sunoco Racing fuel for the 0-2 of Nicholas Maynard, as these guys continue to pull it off. Excellent pit stop calls. Nicholas Maynard's got his foot on the clutch. 1 can of Sunoco Racing fuel. They'll try to shorten up the pit strategy call. The kid is on and off of pit road. Looks like Nicholas Maynard will be able to beat out Trevo Wall here off of pit road. So we'll see if he'll lose a lap here. It's going to be a close one. This will allow Jerry Powers to into the back bumper of Trevo Wall, who he's waiting to go cycle now. Trevo Wall's the only one who is not pitted yet out of the green flag cycle stops. Nicholas Maynard did get out in front of Trevo Wall here, so he'll stay on the lead lap. He's going to have to work his way all the way back around to Jerry Powers if he wants a chance at it here when they call it quits. But Trevo Wall refuses to call it quit. He'll take another lap around here and add another point in his total score. We talked about it, folks. Trevo Wall in this number 7 Saline machine has the balls of steel. He will go for it. Trevo Wall has been trying to get better chassis and engine programs for months to this Trevo Wall Racing, Rock and Roll Racing development team. James Fountain calling it quits off of pit road. He'll bring it down on the pit lane for the final time here tonight, and he'll take his final set of Goodyear rubber. As James Fountain was turned around earlier in tonight's event, James Fountain running for the championship here tonight, but his championship hopes went up in smoke on like lap 58 or so when he got turned around involved in an accident with Corey Tessner and Jerry Powers. 4 fresh Goodyear tires and a can of Sunoco Racing fuel for James Fountain and that number 24 machine, and he'll be on and off of pit road. But right now, Jerry Powers has ran down Trevo Wall for the race lead, and Jerry Powers has redeemed the race lead through the pit cycle with 20 laps remaining here in the Team Season 2 Championship race live here in Charlotte. Ladies and gentlemen, as guys continue to work their way around the Charlotte Motor Speedway, I'll get you all caught up to date here with less than 20 laps to go in Season 2. 225 miles were what we were scheduled for here tonight for the championship race. 4 guys came into tonight's event with a chance to win the championship for Season 2. The 99 of Jerry Powers, the race leader through the green flag pit cycles, didn't lose a lap there on the pit lane, so he's in an island all by himself. A 3-second gap difference between him and Ty Robertson. Jerry Powers sitting pretty right now to bring home the championship back to Park Ridge, New Jersey, but he's gonna have to hold on to it. It's either win and you're in or outscore your opponents. Jerry Powers in the driver's seat, no pun intended, to take home the championship here tonight. Chase Johnson is being challenged here tonight, but not by anybody on the racetrack, by this Chevy Silverado. Chase Johnson already told us that Charlotte Motor Speedway was not one of his favorites. He'll come in here tonight already at a disadvantage. He burned a set of Goodyear tires early tonight on lap 17 down on pit road when he went and pitted with this number 9 machine of Ty Robertson. These two guys had to throw a Houdini and try to change the strategy up so they could even have a shot at the victory here tonight for the championship. Chase Johnson comes into tonight's Final Four as one of those contestants. Chase Johnson currently sitting in the P3 spot, looking for a mistake out of this number 99 of Jerry Powers or a caution flag here late with 16 laps to go. Nicholas Maynard, driver, the number 02 from Wilford, South Carolina. We talked about it majority of the event here tonight. Nicholas Maynard, Tier 2 on this Ford program, 2 weeks ago, needed to make up a significant points difference to even have a chance to be here tonight for the championship race, and he did just that. John Michael Bryan had to cut line 2 weeks ago going into Michigan. Nicholas Maynard won the pole at Michigan to knock down the points lead, and then Nicholas Maynard set out front for 20 plus laps and made up the difference that was necessary to find himself racing for the Season 2 championship here for the Madness Racing League Total Non-Stop Action Truck Series Season 2. Nicholas Maynard has a chance here. He's on a totally different pit strategy call than the rest of the field. He has come down on the pit road about 4 laps later than the rest of the crew. 8 laps later than guys like Jerry Powers and Ty Robertson and Chase Johnson. We'll see how it works out for the number 02. Right now, he shakes out the 6th place spot. James Fountain, our Final Four contestant, running right now on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. This number 24 Babylon machine. James Fountain does not have the race that he was looking for up to this moment, caught in an accident. One of the 2 that we've had here tonight. James Fountain is going to have to try again next year unless something crazy can happen and a miracle fall into his plate. But 5 laps down is what the number 24 will have to succumb here tonight. 13 laps to go. I'm not sure if he's even going to have the chance to make something shake. James Fountain brings it all the way here tonight. Picked up a win at the Chicagoland Speedway to lock himself into the Madness Racing League TNA Truck Series playoffs, and he's got himself all the way here tonight in the championship race, benefiting from this playoff format. James Fountain hoping for a miracle here tonight. 12 laps to go here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Tony Cook in his Home Run Cafe 33 machine loves these 1.5-mile cookie cutter racetracks. He come into pit on a totally different strategy call than the rest of the field. We'll have to make sure that Tony Cook gets down and dirty here. He'll work down on the bottom side of the racetrack here. This is for position. Tony Cook to Nicholas Maynard, the kid on the outside of the racetrack here. This is the 8-lap different tires that we were talking about that Nicholas Maynard was on. Does he have enough, though, to go run down the race leader, Jerry Powers? 11 laps to go. 3.7 seconds is the gap difference between Ty Robertson and Jerry Powers, who works his way across the line this time around. 10 laps to go in Season 2. 10 laps to go for Jerry Powers. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been one hell of a season up to this point so far. We gladly appreciate all of you guys tuning in each and every single week and making it what it has been. 2 seasons underneath our belt here in 10 or so laps. I could have never even imagined a full season of one. So without you folks, we could not have made that happen. So we really gladly appreciate every single one of you guys who subscribe to the YouTube channel each and every single week and made us true to what we really do. This is the best racing league on iRacing, on YouTube, on TikTok. No one does it like we do it here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. No one does it like they do here in the Madness Racing League. 9 laps to go, coming to 8 from Jerry Powers when he continues to work the making of 3 and 4. We'll take you down on the racetrack here for the night's final Season 2 Madness Racing League Total Nonstop Action Truck Series. Fast and loud. Jerry Powers leads them here. He's 7 laps away next time around from his first Madness Racing League championship. Welcome back here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. 5 laps remain here in Season 2 for the Total Nonstop Action Truck Series. TNA for short, Total Nonstop Action. You get it? And that's what it's all been all night long. Jerry Powers, the race leader through turns 1 and 2, all by himself. 4 laps to go. The nearest person behind him is that white and blue car of Ty Robertson, exiting it off the banking of turn 2 now with James Fountain right behind him. Chase Johnson trying everything in his notebook to run down the rest of these boys, but not able to get it. Nicholas Maynard, John Michael Bryan battling it out here for the top 4 spot. It looks like Nicholas Maynard will clear the boogeyman down the back straightaway here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. These two guys just can't get enough from one another. Jerry Powers has been strong all year long. Up to this point, he's led lap after lap after lap. Was the only other person contending for the regular season point standing championship. Jerry Powers used that plus 10 bonus points to his advantage coming into the playoffs. He was able to not win a race for the Truck Series to advance here tonight to the championship race automatically, had to point his way in. But Jerry Powers mathematically led so many laps in the in the playoff races. He gained such a massive amount of a points lead over the rest of the pack. He was locked in, had to miss a race 2 weeks ago in Michigan. But Jerry Powers shows up here tonight with his absolute best. He'll head down the back straightaway into turn 3 looking for the white flag. Jerry Powers heads off the exit of turns 3 and 4. And a white flag will be in the air this time around, presented by AFL Global. Jerry Powers has the white flag in the air for the final time here tonight on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Jerry Powers has worked unconditionally for this moment through turns 1 and 2, down the back straightaway, tears in his eyes, back and forth. The number 99 in his first season full time here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Jerry Powers in the number 99 closeoutbats.com Chevy Silverado. He will win the Season 2 Madness Racing League Total Nonstop Action Truck Series Championship live here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Jerry Powers can call himself a Madness Racing League champion after a win here tonight on the Booty Scoot Racing channel as everybody else continues to work their way across the line to end out the race. Jerry Powers will work down the back straightaway here and celebrate. Jerry Powers has done everything that he is needed to do. He has won the race and no one can take it from him. It is win the race and you are the champion or outscore your opponents. And he has done just that, ladies and gentlemen, getting all the congratulatory bumps for the rest of the folks on the field. Jerry Powers, your Season 2 champion here from the Madness Racing League Total Non-Stop Action Truck Series. Jerry Powers from Park Ridge, New Jersey, had his family in the stands here tonight. He'll pull across the front stretch here and get ready to burn it down for you folks as Freddie the Flagman waves the checkered flag for Jerry Powers. As Jerry Powers continues to burn it down here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel, absolutely ripping up the infield grass here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. He came all the way up from the north to get it done here tonight, and he wasn't quite sure if he was going to have the race car to get it done after being involved in that accident. To put it up against the fence and burn it down for the fans here on the front stretch, as Freddie the Flagman better put on his damn mask. Ladies and gentlemen, that'll do it here tonight at the Madness Racing League Season 2, race number 10, championship races. Jerry Powers brings home the championship for Season 2. We'll throw it to a commercial break. We'll be back in just a moment. We'll have the post-race show and the driver interviews. You'll be able to hear from your Season 2 champion of Jerry Powers. We'll be back.
How deep you would dig if you could bury me. I'd claw my way back through hell to bring you to your knees. I wanna see your face as you watch the world fall apart at the seams.
Welcome back here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. We have just wrapped up our Season 2 for the TNA Truck Series. That's the Total Non-Stop Action Truck Series live here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Jerry Powers III second has won the race and the championship here for Season 2, and he's burning it down on the front stretch as the fans continue to hold it down here. They're looking to hopefully probably get this checkered flag as Jerry Powers usually gives it out to a kid out here on the front stretch. We'll cut a pit reporter down here in victory lane with the Season 2 champion of Jerry Powers. We'll see what he has to say. Go for it.
Down here in Victory Lane at the Charlotte Motor Speedway for the Madness Racing League Total Non-Stop Action Truck Series Season 2 Championship race. And we are down here with the Season 2 champion of Jerry Powers. Jerry, kind of walk us through your night here. You'll start from the tail end of the field here, knowing the foreman happens to outscore your opponents and or win the race. You were trying to push for the hard charger. You'll grab those 15 points and throw them in the bank, as well as a ton of laps. Let's kind of walk us through your season, what you're feeling here tonight after taking the championship, and it'll go back home with you.
Man, this is awesome. First off, I mean, this is the greatest iRacing league out there. We had an early crash that was pretty tough, but you know the truck was really fast, and the team nailed strategy. We stayed focused, kept pushing, and it all came together at the end. So we overcame a lot. I'm proud of the whole Rush Motorsports team. Couldn't have done it without them. Thank you, Closeout Bats. Thank you, Valley Tent Rental, Zinn. Not sure how we'd do it without you guys, but just grateful for the support. Fantastic league. Hope we get more, more trucks and Xfinity cars out there. I'm excited for, what's next, but more importantly, I'd like to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Without him, none of this is possible. But thanks again, everyone. It's been a fun year, and hopefully some more for Rush Motorsports.
That's the number 99 of Jerry Powers. He will win his first Madness Racing League championship here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel, and he's ready to head to Vegas whenever we kick off Season 3. We'll scoot down here to the P2 finisher, driver the number 9 of Ty Robertson. Ty, kind of walk us through your race here. Part-time this year, but you're able to go full-time next season in Season 3. You look like you're going to be a contender. You're going to be a contention to be messed with. Just kind of walk us through your night here tonight at Charlotte in P2 for you.
Yeah, before I say anything, I want to say all glory to God, and I want to say please continue your prayers for my friends. He's still got a long road to recovery ahead of him, so continue your prayers for him. My truck was really good on the long run tonight. I struggled like the first 20 laps of the run, but it came in, and it was crazy fast over the course of the run. The longevity of the truck was amazing. I wish we could have been on an even tire strategy with Jerry there. I think we could have had something for him. But, great job to him. He definitely deserves a championship. And look forward to next season in trucks.
That's the number 9 of Ty Robertson. He will be full-time here in Season 3 on the Booty Scoot Racing channel for the Madness Racing League. We'll scoot down here to our Season 1 champion of the number 5 of Chase Johnson. Chase, kind of walk us through your night here tonight at Charlotte. You had to gain the track position on pit strategy. It didn't look like the STI Johnson had much speed in it, but you was up there dogging the top side. You'll bring home a podium P3 spot here tonight. Just kind of walk us through your season as you were, I think you had the most wins on the year.
Yeah, first, just want to say congratulations to Gerald for winning the chip. They deserve it over there. They've been fast all year. I thought we had a good strategy on, and I have no idea what Gerald and them guys pulled off on their strategy, but whatever they did, dude, kudos to that because it was perfect. I thought me and Ty were gonna get the upper hand there on the last pit strategy. But, Gerald he took over the race, and whatever they did, just awesome job. But, overall, fast truck, we need to be a little bit faster, but can't thank the guys enough at the shop for bringing us another fast one. Appreciate you putting it on all year. It was an awesome season. Like Gerald said, it's literally the best league on iRacing. So, appreciate everything you do, and we'll see you again for next Season 3.
That's the driver of the number 5. Looks like had to wait his fate and see where he finished out on the championship 4. Have to surrender the Season 1 championship. But Chase Johnson dominating here in Season 2. He'll be ready for Season 3 when it comes around. We'll scoot down here to the number 02 Ford F-150 of Nicholas Maynard. Nick, kind of walk us through your race here tonight at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Looks like you're going to end up P4 on the grid. You have to wait your fate and see where you'll finish out here in the championship 4. You know it won't be first, but where will you get? Oh, yeah, just can't say enough about these guys at the shop here for Maynard Motors and the Team Penske development team. Back-to-back poles here in the TNA Truck Series. Took us a long time to start getting it going. I've been trying to dial in this wheel and get everything situated. But we lit a ton of laps here tonight. We knew we probably weren't going to win the race, so when we threw on our 4 fresh tires, we just sent it to try to get the fastest lap of the race and add those 5 bonus points. And we were able to accomplish that. So we'll see how things shake out here. It's an awesome season to everybody out here. Some great racing here tonight. Big thank you out to everybody on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Had a blast. That's the number 02 of Nicholas Maynard and his Ford F-150. We'll scoot down here to the P5 finisher here tonight. The boogeyman, John Michael Bryant. The crowd will roar as John Michael Bryant is set to go part-time, possibly for Season 3. So we'll walk down here and talk to the boogeyman. The boogeyman just kind of walk us through your race here tonight. You were up in contention, led a little bit of laps through the pit strategy. Was up in the P2, P3 spot is where you ran majority of the race. Just kind of fell back there on that last pit strategy. Just kind of walk us through your night. P5 though.
Yeah, the start of the race, truck was horrible. Just wrecking loose. After that first pit stop we made some adjustments. Sun went down a little bit more, and it started to come to life. It's like all the hot minds out there, they like to party when the lights come on. It is what it is. Like you said, we're going to be retired from full-time truck competition after this season. Might poke my head in here a couple times here and there, just have to see what happens. Just glad I got to do it.
That's the number 23 machine driver, John Michael Bryant. He will not make the championship four here tonight, but he is looking on to better things in life. He was seen possibly next season on season 3. We'll go back up to the booth up here from Charlotte Motor Speedway. This has been the season 2 championship race from Charlotte.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you just heard from your favorite driver here, John Michael Bryant. The Mom's his favorite drivers, I shall say. We'll take one quick commercial break. We'll be back with your full post-race breakdown as we wrap up Season 2 here for the Madness Racing League.
Can you feel this? Cause the curtain has called. I will never regret it. And I'll be watching it all. This is not what I wanted, but I think you recall that I promised I'd be here.
Bang, bang. Welcome back here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Here are your final results from the... Wow, well, hold on a second. We'll make this look a little bit better for everybody. We'll throw it back down here on the main broadcast screen. Get this nice and full for everybody so you can get a quick look as Jerry Powers brings home the championship here tonight on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. His first one ever that he has secured from tons of people. Made this a little bit smaller. Sorry about that. We apologize. And Nicholas Maynard was the guy bringing home the second place spot here in the championship run tonight. Gave it a run for his money. Won the pole spot and let a bit of little laps there at the closing bit for the 0-2 machine. So Nicholas Maynard will finish second in tonight's championship standings. Ladies and gentlemen, Chase Johnson didn't have the race that he was looking for tonight. 53 points scored for Showtime Chase Johnson, the season 1 champion. Had to give it up here tonight and try again for season 3. Finally, the final championship 4 contestant here tonight on the Booty Scoot Racing channel was James Fountain, who went around early in tonight's event, about 50 laps into tonight's event, but James Fountain able to stay out on the racetrack, and we kindly and gladly appreciate that. James Fountain, those 29 points scored here tonight won't be enough for the championship as Jerry Powers goes to victory lane. That'll be your final 4 contestants and how they rose out here tonight on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. We gladly appreciate every single one of you guys that chose to stick around with us here on your Thursday night, I shall say. Looks like Chase Johnson will put it into gear there and take off. We'll pull up the final results for you folks. We'll pull down the DJ music so he isn't blaring our ear off. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll get rid of the final playoff grid. Here was the final results here tonight from the Madness Racing League TNA Truck Series. We'll go through qualifying and how they started. The kid of Nicholas Maynard was on the pole here tonight, added 5 bonus points to his total score. Really made a playoff implication divot there until Jerry Powers took over at the end. Ty Robertson started in the second place spot here tonight, followed by Corey Tessner, who didn't have the race that he was looking for. After Corey Tessner came James Fountain in the 4th place spot, followed by Holden Wheeler and his number 11 machine. Kevin Tangos didn't have the race that he was looking for, and he'll be looking to schedule another one of those Chevy meetings to figure out what the hell went wrong here tonight with his race truck. Ladies and gentlemen, Showtime Chase Johnson had a great qualifying position. Didn't have a great qualifying spot that he was looking for, but able to bring it on around for a great finish. John Michael Bryant, eliminated out of the playoff 2 weeks ago, starts in the 5th place spot here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. After him came Travel Wall. Travel Wall had a great run here tonight at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. He rounded out the 9th place spot, really drove up in the top 5 and stayed and maintained there for the majority of the night. Aaron Keneally is qualified in the, looks like going to be 10th place spot here tonight. Aaron Keneally is in his 999, had engine troubles early and couldn't make it out on the field. Jerry Powers, your race winner. Started from the back of the pack here tonight. Posted no time. He wanted to go for the Hard Charger Award, and my almighty, did he not get that one here tonight. And then, ladies and gentlemen, starting on the back half of the field was the number 33 veteran of Tony Cook. And that's just how they started out on the race. For qualifying, we'll finish over here to your final results that see Jerry Powers bring home the victory lane. And you see a shot of victory lane right there in the background. That is where Jerry Powers is getting ready to be heading here after he concludes doing the radio broadcast here for the Madness Racing League here at America's Home for Racing. Jerry Powers wins it here tonight in Charlotte. He is the Season 2 champion. Ty Robertson gets the second place spot, followed by Chase Johnson, who will finish third in the championship standings. Nicholas Maynard will get the fourth place spot, but will finish second on the championship standings after outpointing Chase Johnson here tonight at Charlotte. John Michael Bryan will round out the final top 5 spot here tonight on the Madness Racing League's TNA Total Non-Stop Action Truck Series. Tony Cook will grab a 6th place spot here, 6 spots up from where he started. Travo Wall went up 2 spots from where he started. He'll finish in the 7th place spot here tonight. Travo Wall finishes in the 7th. James Fountain in the 8th place spot. James Fountain will finish the final 4th place championship contending spot here tonight. That 24 hat from Speed just went around early, couldn't get back going. The 9th place spot here tonight will go to the number 4 of Kevin Tankos from Hawthorne, New Jersey. And the 10th place spot will go to Corey Riptide Tesler Holden Wheeler. Didn't have the race that he was looking for. 11th place spot here tonight as Aaron Cadelius will round out the tail half end of the field after not being out on the racetrack after blowing a motor. We're looking underneath the Sunoco Racing sign here at the exit of turn 4. Everybody turning around their race cars, bringing them back down into the garage haulers to get ready for post-tech. The lights are on, fully illuminated here. We started underneath the sun and ended it underneath the lights here in Charlotte. It was a great day to go racing for the championship race here tonight for the Madness Racing League Truck Series Season 2, race number 10. That'll do it for us here on the Truck Series for a couple weeks here at least. So we'll try to get the dates out to you as soon as possible. Be ready if you want to sign up for Season 3. You're sticking around here and being ready to get posted in the Discord and get yourself lined up. Make sure you go find somebody here on the TikTok platform and or YouTube. They'll get you registered in for Season 3 of the Truck Series. Kicking off the Season 3 at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway with all new rules packages and a brand new playoff format. Kevin Tanko celebrating with his teammate of Jerry Powers. Ladies and gentlemen, that'll do it for us here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. This has been one hell of a year, one hell of a season for the Madness Racing League Truck Series Championship race live here from Charlotte Motor Speedway. I'm Booty Scoot Racing. We'll see you Monday night for the Whelen Modified Division live at the Southern National Raceway.